All right, welcome back to part 2 of With Date Night with Tim. So we just ate at Candy Kitchen. I'll tell you my order. And there's B-roll for those of you watching on YouTube. Those of you not, go check us out on youtube.com, on www.youtube.com/
Whitney Port.
So I got scrambled eggs, rye toast. I substituted home fries with French fries. I got side of sausage. And I got a bagel with cream cheese. Now, let me explain. The bagel with cream cheese was really just so I could dip the sausage in the cream cheese, which is mega gross, but so delicious.
Really, like I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Fair. I get it. Fair.
I just don't like cream cheese. Like how a lot of people feel about mayonnaise is
People don't
how
like
I feel
white-
about cream cheese.
People don't like white condiments. That's a real strong aversion. All right, so real review, real talk. Like the rye toast is bought from some Cisco or
Pepperidge Farms.
some major brand, and it's just buttered really well, and it's just great.
I know. The buttering is like an art. Mine was just plain white bread buttered, and it was just like, it's like they butter it right away and it melts.
And I think they stack it on top of each other so both sides get buttered. And they get it out to you while it's still warm. So that's huge.
Totally.
The star is the sausage. I've never had this sausage anywhere else. It is phenomenal. I've asked them where they get it. They won't tell me. Everything else is mediocre, no offense, and there's a ton of nostalgia making it probably taste better in my mind than it does, so I'm just giving it an honest review, but the sausage is just unbelievable.
I think it's pretty great. I think it's hard to make like a great just basic breakfast. I feel like in LA we always have a hard time finding this type of spot. We used to always go to Cafe 50s in Venice, and then there was like a fire in the kitchen, remember, and it closed.
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, like the rest of the breakfast was not that good. The eggs were overdone. And
Oh, really? I liked my eggs. I loved my avocado. My bacon was perfectly well done.
a good diner doing simple things is great and sort of hard to find. Yeah, everyone's trying to do too much stuff.
Too artisanal.
Yeah, don't be artisanal, okay?
Just be basic.
Yeah, I don't want organic. I want pesticides in my body. Yeah. This is a good transition. And what was the best thing you ate this week?
The best thing I ate.
And I think we should extend it to maybe like the whole trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Get
Well,
ready.
if I had to choose from the whole trip, it would definitely be the pizza from Flatbread and the salad. That's just so good. It's like,
talk about it for a little while.
so the salad is just like a simple mixed green salad with a vinegary vinaigrette. And it has sesame seeds, a pickled slaw, and then some chopped carrots and blue cheese crumbles, and it's just so basic but amazing.
Well, where does all the stuff come from?
Well, all the produce is directly from the farm that the
you're-
restaurant
that you're-
sits on.
that you're at.
So you just know everything is as fresh as possibly could be. The pizza, outstanding. The cheese and herb is the best one. I agree with you.
It's a big wood-fired oven. I don't know about the dough, but all the ingredients come from the farm. I mean, it's just cheese and I think thyme and salt.
Oh,
And
okay. What kind of cheese do you think they use?
I don't know.
I don't know
Probably
either.
a mozzarella and like a fontina.
But they're definitely making the cheese at the farm from the cows.
Yes. And the cheese is salty and delicious, and it's so
outstanding.
good. The ratios are perfect. It's thin. You can get some bites that are too floppy with some of the other pizzas that have a lot of ingredients, but this one is like thin and crispy the whole way, and then the dough is just so airy and chewy and has a good crunch and salt. It's just so good.
It's so good.
You can get the frozen one at Whole Foods, but obviously it's not the same.
Not as good. Flatbread, if you're listening, can we franchise? Like,
Yeah, you want to do one in Suffolk County?
Suffolk County would be great if land wasn't so expansive in Malibu.
Expansive and expensive.
expensive.
Malibu, somewhere. We're down to help you because we think it's great.
Yes.
What were some of your other nominees? Because we've been eating well.
Well, the dish that you made me that we also just picked up a lot of the produce from the farm was really delicious. It was actually just like a chicken Milanese that we got from Citarella, but he made a delicious salad with cucumbers. What else was in that? I posted it.
Tomato.
Oh,
A little bit of old feta from our meal that we
our
got the other
meze plate
night.
and old artichoke hearts. It was just like,
Well, the real star of the dish was the La Parmigiana dressing,
yeah.
which is an Italian restaurant here in Suffolk County, in a town called Southampton. They make the best Italian dressing there is. I don't know if you can get it online, but it is awesome.
I'm sure you can.
We'll get it for you.
Yeah.
We'll bring you back some. Some other notable things that I ate that were delicious. I had a ton of lobster rolls where we were in Cape Cod and Nantucket, but the oysters at the Squire in, what was the name of the town?
Chatham.
Chatham were really good.
Those were good?
Yeah.
Oh my
they were
God.
really
Good to know. We loved that place.
Yeah, that place was cool.
We love like divey
Locals
bar that has like the sawdust on the ground, which I know I've referenced this before, but was the inspiration for the flooring that I put in my bedroom when I was like 13 years old.
You love sawdust.
I don't know.
You love it. You love sawdust. Who cares?
Random.
Who doesn't love sawdust now that we think about it?
Why would people just sprinkle sawdust on the floor though? I definitely first saw it at Wood Ranch in the Valley when I was younger.
Do you want me to answer that question?
Yeah, tell me. Why?
I mean, I don't know, but I think it's to like soak up any moisture that might spill.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a cleanliness thing.
Oh, okay.
But tell us in the comments.
It's not to like emulate being on a farm.
Maybe that too.
It's so weird.
Yo no sé.
It's just weird to think about sprinkling something on the ground for cleanliness, you know?
Yeah, I could see that sounding weird. Maybe it's not right. I don't know. Yeah, we've been eating well, which is good.
Yes, I feel like eat better on vacation than I do when I'm at home. There's not as much decision.
Get your body over here a little
There's
bit.
not as much decision fatigue.
What did you think of that brisket last night?
I thought the brisket was decent.
Talk to me.
I think it was missing potatoes.
Yeah.
Like I was looking for, usually I love a brisket that has like the roasted potatoes and the carrots and the onions. The carrots and the onions were great, but I feel like I was just missing the potato. And then
you did the grocery shopping.
I did the grocery shopping, but we made a list and
I didn't put it on the list.
You didn't put it on the list, and so I didn't think about it. But I'm not saying that's your fault at all. I'm just saying it was missing potatoes. And I thought that the sauce was really good on the brisket, but I didn't think the brisket itself had the most flavor.
I couldn't find good salt. It was hard for me to salt it. Maybe the whole thing was missing salt.
Maybe that's what it was. We only had like these little round bulbs of Celtic sea salt.
Well, you live and learn.
You live and learn.
Something on my mind. We did that. We did
airing of grievances, but we didn't really do something on my mind. All right. Say hello to your IRL makeup filter in a bottle. CoverGirl's Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. This skincare makeup hybrid looks and feels so unique. So it's developed using micro droplet technology. The pigment in capsules burst and blend to easily distribute a sheer even tint, and with a plant-based retinol alternative, it works to reduce the appearance of fine line and wrinkles while it creates this glow on your skin. So I put this on the other night before a little dinner out and was so impressed by how much my skin actually looked like my skin, just fresher and dewier and more even. And it's really the perfect base for that fresh face, no makeup look that I always wear and love, and a really great lighter weight alternative to foundation. I'm not a huge foundation girl, honestly. CoverGirl's Simply Ageless Skin Perfector is clean, vegan, cruelty-free, and contains 71% water that provides an instant burst of moisture upon application and hydrates your skin for up to 24 hours. That's also something super important for me in a product like this. It's the perfect base for the fresh face, no makeup look that I always wear. And since using it, my complexion just looks more plump, more youthful, and so refreshed. It's made in 8 adaptable shades to complement all skin tones, and it can be worn alone or as a really nice primer under your favorite foundation. It's crazy that you can walk into a drugstore and get a product of this quality. You will not find this formula from any other drugstore brand. Glowing, radiant skin is only a pump away. Only from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. Something on my mind.
What's on your mind? I mean, if it's fertility, we covered that shit.
We definitely did. I don't know. I have like a little bit right now, specifically a little bit of like an unsettling feeling.
I think because you got some errands to run.
You think that's why I feel unsettled?
Yeah, you just got some things to do.
I have things to do. I have a call with my family coming up. That's not fun. Love my mom, but we're dealing with some stuff with her as she's getting older. It's just getting harder. And so we all have to get on the same page. I feel very fortunate to have 4 siblings. So the responsibility is not on me, but that is giving my stomach some grumbles. And then I have a call with my manager at 2, which I just get nervous for that for some reason. There's like this feeling that I feel like whenever I have these general meetings about like what's going on, I feel like I'm about to be like slapped on the wrist by my teacher for some reason.
Because they always say the same thing. They're like, you could be doing more. You could be doing this. Like, yeah. Which is their way of trying to help, but it does come off as like, I've been monitoring you and here's your grade for the semester.
Yes. And so that is making me feel a little bit nervous.
We could reframe that,
Yeah, like I have this idea, I have this feeling like I need to come up with a list of everything that I'm doing so that I'm like not caught off guard or have nothing to say that I'm up to. But like, how can we reframe it?
Well, I think you could say they're, instead of them being your teacher, they're people who work for you and want to help grow your business. And so they're going to come to the table with ideas for more stuff you could be doing so you could make more money. But not because like you're doing anything wrong. You do so much.
So much, right. Like this is more of like a team brainstorming meeting as opposed to like, here's what you're not doing. Here's what you should be doing.
It's like, hey, we're all working on the same group project. Let's connect so we could crush this project even harder.
Yeah, totally. Reframe. Okay, yeah, those are the 2 major things. We're also having a social outing tonight, which I was excited for at the beginning, and now I'm feeling a little bit like nervous about.
We can always back out of that.
I know.
I feel like we're doing the shots. Menopur,
Yeah.
Just blame it on the Connell.
Yeah, on the Connell.
On the Connell.
On the McConnell.
On the McConnell's ice cream. We have mega brain freeze. All right.
What's on your mind? Nothing. You.
I feel like we did the what's on my mind.
Okay.
Grievances are always on my mind.
Yeah. Totally.
I mean, another thing on my mind, fine.
Yeah.
Another thing on my mind is reaction videos and getting permission to do these shows. Like, why is it so hard? Why do people say no to me and yes to you? Like, what?
They haven't even though.
Not with this, but like in general. I don't know. What's going on? Like, I don't understand why people who own the rights to TV shows that are just sitting on a shelf don't want us to like revive them a little bit.
I know. Well, just to give you a little backstory on that, and some of you are fans, so you know what's going on, but we're able to get the rights to all these MTV shows, and then we're not anymore, and now it just seems impossible to get rights to shows worldwide. And it sucks because like we don't want to alienate all of the followers outside of the country, and we also, like Timmy said, we just don't understand, like there's so many old shows that nothing's going on with right now. Like, why can't we?
And I guess
it's like free press.
Get it? Like, people don't want us to make money off of like something that's theirs, which is totally fair, but yeah, we're promoting the whole brand.
It's press for them. Like, they would have to pay for awareness and exposure, and this is just us doing it for free when there's no conversation about, let's say, newlyweds. Just putting it out there. Even though Jessica Simpson was in my dream, I think that's why I thought about that. So weird. I just remembered that. But like, no one's talking about that show right now. I'm sure Jessica Simpson would love like a little resurgence of a conversation about her. And like, what's the ish?
Ish from
I wonder how Ish and Madison are.
Me too. We'll have to look into it.
Yeah, we will. All right. Well, we can call it a day. My BO is getting increasingly worse.
Goals for next week?
Goals for next week. Honestly, just to get through it and try to be as positive as possible.
Here's Orlando.
Hi, Orlando.
Hey.
How are you?
We're just recording a podcast. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, just to I don't want to force myself to feel any certain way, and if I'm like not feeling positive or not in a good mood or not comfortable, I'm not going to like feel bad about it, but I think just to get through it as positively as possible.
Yeah, let's just focus on you next week, doing the shots for another 8 days, like whatever you need to get through that as comfortably as possible is top priority. If you are not feeling like going out tonight, we're not going out tonight. If you're feeling like staying in bed all day, you're staying in bed all day. If you want to get up and do this is your week because you're going through it, and so we're gonna take care of you.
I appreciate that.
Is that a rye seed on your leg?
No, I know. It's a cut from something that turned into a pretty bad scab, but it does look like a rye seed. I've told you about the couch we used to have that we used to call the rye bread couch.
It was made out of
It
rye
was
bread?
so itchy, and there were like all these dark black spots on it. And we were like, why would you guys choose this rye bread couch?
Not ideal.
I need to find a picture of it. My siblings would die. All right.
Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Of course. Thank you for doing this with me. I always appreciate it, and it's always cathartic.
You're welcome. Everything's going to be okay.
Everything's going to be okay.
It's going to be great. All right. Well, bye, guys.
Peace in the streets.
Have fun in the streets. Have peace in them, unless you're the guy who stole my shoes.
Yeah, no peace for you.
Yeah, I hope you stub your toe.